players. Start with Maria.
Sara, I know this is a tough stretch, 4 great teams in your 4 consecutive games. Just at the end of it now, kind of where is this team at? Because I would imagine today was not the performance that you wanted.
It was not at all. We had 2 really great practices for today, so we're expecting a lot more than we actually put out there. The 4-game stretch has definitely been hard. We've definitely found ways that we need to grow every aspect that we do need to grow in. We're going to focus on those and hopefully take those into the next games. And it all starts in practice, and we just got to be more consistent.
Cora.
Kaiya, this is the most we've seen Tamari in a game all season. She made such an impact on both sides of the court. Can you talk a little bit more about seeing her out there tonight and how you felt like she affected the game?
She definitely had a really big impact. I know you all remember when she swatted the girls' layup out of bounds. She brings us size, and then she's just a big presence in the paint. And then offensively, she gives us a really big target that we can pass to, and we know that she's going to either finish or get fouled. So definitely glad to have her and look forward to seeing what she does for the rest of the season.
For any of you guys, they were able to get a lot of points off of turnovers. What do you want to do moving forward to make sure that that doesn't happen?
I feel like we just have to lock in more. A lot of those turnovers were unforced, and that's on us. So if we focus more on that in practice, which we did this week, but we have to be able to translate it over to a game, and we just did not do that today.
Destinee, a lot of tonight's turnovers had to do with the press. What was so difficult about trying to break that press?
I think that we were just being too passive. We had 2 really great practices and we were aggressive in it, and tonight we just weren't.
Especially on offensive rebounding for y'all, OSU was able to get a lot of those boards. What was the struggle or the mismatch on the rebounding?
I personally don't think there was a mismatch. We just didn't hit them hard enough initially, and we maybe didn't hold it as long, or we didn't find somebody, and those are just small things that we have to lock in on and focus more on, because those are small things that do affect the game in the long stretch.
Sara, we can talk all day about the downfalls of this game.
Yeah.
Where did you think your teammates did well tonight?
I think that when we did break the press, we were able to find who's open, and that's really important, because if we do have a game in the future where we are pressed like that, or close to that, then we have to be able to break it, and we're going to be able to, and just hit those people that are open, or find those people that are on or hitting their shots at that time. So I think we did a good job of that.
Maria and Cora.
Kaiya, you did a good job of handling the middle of that press to help break it. These 4 games have been challenging, particularly the outcomes, but you've certainly made a case for yourself for your comfort level this season. Does this help you going forward? Because every time you step on the floor, you seem to be finding ways to help the team.
This does help me. I just know that my teammates have a lot of confidence in me, and I know that if I go out there and I just play, do what I do and play free, that they'll have my back. And so I worked a lot in practice this week on playing the middle and catching and squaring and looking for my options. So each game is another opportunity to go out there and get better, and that's just what I try to do, and that's what my mindset is.
This is for anybody, but it felt like there were times when you guys would break the press, but then just kind of struggle in the half court to score or have a turnover in the half court. Just why do you feel like the Ohio State's half court defense was bothering you guys so much tonight?
Like Destinee said earlier, we were just really passive, and Coach Harper tells us that we're not good when we're passive. We need to be aggressive. We have lots of scorers. We have lots of people who are versatile and can do different things. So that's kind of what it came down to. When we got in the half court, we were just being too passive.
Sarah, you said after the loss in every game that the biggest issue was you did not play Tennessee basketball. Obviously, a loss like tonight, not Tennessee basketball. What are you going to do to round yourselves into shape moving forward?
We just have to go back to those things. That is Tennessee basketball, which is rebounding and defense. We've gotten out rebounded past 2 games, which is very, very disappointing. And like I said, we just have to get back to those because that's what's going to, lead us to be able to beat the team. And we've got to want it more than the other team, and that's where we've just got to find our way as who we are. We have our own identity as this Tennessee team, but as a program, we definitely have to get back to out-rebounding our opponents and, getting defensive stops consistently.
Sarah, you mentioned translating what you guys are doing in practice to the games. How can you guys facilitate that this week and going forward to make sure that that does happen?
Make it more of a point in practice, so that way it's just second nature on the court, and we don't have to think about it as much, or we don't have to think like, oh, am I going to turn it over right here? We can just go out there and do it and not worry about turning it over. If it happens, it happens. Next play, we go get the ball back and go down the score, like whatever it is. So I think it's just more of a point in practice, and we've got to hold each other accountable to bring it to the games.
This is for anyone again, but I know you guys, it's hard to play without a leader like Kaiya, but I guess after this stretch, who do you guys kind of look to have you guys just reset and just kind of set the standard that this wasn't good enough?
Even though she is on the bench, I think we do still look to her because she can hold us accountable, because she can see more things that we might not be able to see on the court. But whenever it does come to like who's playing right now, I'm looking to Destinee and JP personally. They they stay on a steady, I don't know how to explain it, like they're just very steady. That's just who they are. That's how they play. And so whenever Destinee is telling me something to do, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that, just because I believe what she's telling me, and the same goes as JP, and I think it's really important for them because they are point guards, and they just need to be a little more vocal.
Sarah and Destinee, you guys led the game in points tonight, but it was just about 18% from behind the arc. Did you guys like the decision making on the shots that you all took? What went into the inconsistency in the shooting tonight?
Well, I feel like my teammates, they took really good shots. I mean, they're not going to fall every night, but if you're open, I want you to take every single one of them. And that's why I give them the ball. And they didn't fall tonight, but I mean, I feel like they took good shots, and I feel like next game they are. Like, no matter what, just keep shooting.
I mean, Jewel took 8, Tess took 9 threes. I mean, shooters are going to shoot. We're going to keep passing the ball. We're going to believe that the next one's going in, and unfortunately, it just didn't happen for them tonight. But we still have full confidence in them as shooters. We're going to keep passing to them in practice, in games, whatever it is, because we still believe in them.
All right, thanks, ladies.